What's good, guys? Your boy, Mr. Old School Rider, come back at you one more again on the regular channel. Right now, I kind of mess around dash. I finally got the circuit board, the printed circuit board. I think that's what you call it. Put on the back of the dash. This is what it actually looks. I know on some of the 70s and 80s and up GMs and other vehicles, that has a printed circuit board. Looks like it has some copper on the inside or some plastic film to make sure that your lights and your other stuff on your gauges actually work. If some of this stuff is kind of torn up, it's a possibility that, I'm not going to say a possibility, I know it's not going to work, some of your stuff that you have on there. I know that for a fact. This is what I have on here originally. That's off the 80. Same part number and everything. There's just a couple things on here a little different, like the number on this side, but pretty much same exact part number. They ran this vehicle from 77 Oldsmobiles, all the Oldsmobiles, Delta 88, custom cruisers, whatever you name it, they had it. They ran all the way to 89 and 90 on the custom cruiser wagons only. That was the only vehicle that had the same body style of the old school Oldsmobiles. Back in '85, GM actually flipped over and made those the small body Oldsmobiles. You know, like my brother and I say, those the short booty Oldsmobiles. I kind of like those myself as well, those short booty Oldsmobiles, until they got bigger back in 91 and 92, if I'm not mistaken, like front wheel drive car. I had a Buick myself. I have a couple of Buicks, the LeSabres, the 90s. Had the Cadillac SCS. I kind of actually like some of those front wheel drive GM big cars, but they could have did a little bit better quality wise on some of that stuff. It was pretty much one of the downfalls, of course, but hey, you know, find me another Buick, I'm gonna scoop it. I'd rather have a Park Avenue, the rear wheel drive. Front wheel drive. They ride so smooth for no reason, man. I swear. But been taking the dash apart while I listen to my boy Solotv84. Hey boy, he talking about that Tyreek channel getting shut down. Damn, shit getting real out here, man. That shit is getting real out here. You know, us brothers can't have no voice out here, unfortunately. You know, we got everybody against us, of course. Try to do something and go down. He was talking about that, the heck is that, Bitcoin or whatever it was, all that extra stuff going on. And all the females and all the people, you know, the makeup people and everybody else was so excited on that. They didn't realize it was a rally for, I'm not even finna go there right now, but you know what he be talking about. But that boy Solo84, look out for his channel. Boy coming up in the game. Glad I'm not in Minnesota. It's too cold for you, boy, Mr. Old School Rider. I can't do it, man. I got boots and stuff like that, but you can be flying the winter. But nah, I can't do it, man. Gotta wear my shorts and my low cut shoes, you know. But on your printed circuit board, that's why some of the stuff wasn't working on the vehicle. I want everything to work on my car. But you know, some people say it wasn't like that when I said it. It wasn't like that when I had it. You know, some people don't want to fix stuff when stuff goes out. They just figure like, hey, as long as the horn and the other stuff is working, it's just fine. But even with that, people will rig the horn up, but not me. That's the part that go to your what the heck you call this? It'll let you know that stuff that's going wrong with it. Also, there's one on this side, but that side actually have a wire hooked up to it. On my Oldsmobile 98, since this 80 is so special, some of the stuff is not going to be on the 81s and up or anything backwards. So I'm going to get a little pigtail. That's the pink and black wire. And that's also the yellow wire. Those are extra 2 wires. Actually, I got 4 wires hanging. 2 go to a little box that goes to the bottom of the dash. I know where that go. And these other 2 is probably going to be for this particular light to make this work, whatever this is. I'm going to have to look at it later. You know what? Let's flip it. What is that? Seatbelt light. I knew it was something like that. but we rocking over here right now. Thought about cleaning this up and painting that, but I ain't got time for all that. But we're getting close to putting together. I'm slowly for surely putting the interior together every day. Got my box on there for the air duct. The old one had some rats and they tore it up. You know how it go. But that had the CB box on there for the modular for the CB radio to work. All this stuff is torn up. I threw all that crap away. We'll try to look for me like an original CB off of eBay, or if I get lucky at the yard, maybe I can find another one. If not, I'm gonna probably put like a Cobra, like the aftermarket CB radio on here. I want to kind of keep the theme of it. Maybe I can switch out the mic on it with an old school GM mic. I'm sure I can get the mic off of eBay pretty reasonable. Maybe I can put it on like the newer Cobra or whatever style CB box. Well, we're gonna figure that out after these messages. That boy out here, peace.